Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. It is dawning on me that if my red lipstick gets any thicker, I may as well face it. I'm addicted to love. Anyway, I'm here every single day with you, every weekday, weekend, holiday, your birthday, my birthday, to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before we come on. Before we, not the royal we, you and I are on, before I come on. We have epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we have got a fantastic community because you have been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. I'm just pulling the questions aren't where they should be. I'm just pulling that over. So if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. Timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed, or whatever works for you. So, hello, hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you. No one got the joke. Oh, that's okay. All right, if you have to explain a joke, it's not a good one. All right. So happy Neptune in Aries Day. Yes. That's why we're doing red today. So, Star says, I got the joke. It's very silly. I was being very silly. All right. I have something to show you over here, and that is as of about not even an hour ago. Dun da da, ta-da! We've been waiting for this. Neptune has finally gone into Aries for the next many years. It's like 2038 or something. 2039, something like that. But Neptune, god of war, is going into Aries, which is the battlefield, the get up and go, the martial. It's ruled by Mars, so it's martial energy. And yeah. So the big thing about the reason you need to know this is because Neptune is really about a lot of things, but it's really about our collective dreams, our collective dream of the stories we tell ourselves, the stories we tell about ourselves and each other. And it's specifically in the US chart. Ding. I know that's a whole lot of mess, but it's actually right down, right here, right where my fingers are down here. That's where Neptune is right now. And you can see right just up from that, there's a big, thick black line. That big, thick black line it's called the IC. It's whereas the MC is the highest point in the sky, the IC is the exact opposite of that. So while the highest point of the sky is your status and how you rise in the world, the IC is your home, it is your childhood, it is your roots. And Neptune is now officially going over the roots of the US. Now, the fact that it's in Aries, our IC is in Aries. And if you're wondering what IC stands for, this is just a little bit of trivia for you. Let's put it this way: it's the midheaven. We call it the midheaven, but on charts you'll see it as the MC, and at the bottom we have the IC, and it's Imum Celi and Medium Celi. So it's very old, and I'm just telling you, what it stands for is a whole other issue. The IC is the root. Just think of it as the root. The MC is the midheaven, and the IC is the root, the home, that kind of thing. With Saturn, what is it that foreigners always said about America? There was a famous quote, and forgive me, I can't remember who said it, but who said, I know why Americans get so much done. There's nowhere to sit down. And that's kind of us. Our base, our home, we move, we do, we go, we're just always always going. Excuse me. So the Aries energy isn't necessarily uncomfortable. It's the Neptune energy that can end up bothering us, because it's Neptune is that big wave, and it's coming through, and it dissolves. So our roots, for now it's starting to dissolve some of our roots, our bonds, and the thing is that we're dealing with this right now, but on February 13th, where's my little thing? Saturn is going to go into Aries as well. They'll be in basically the same spot. And Saturn is hard work, doing the hard work, the limitations. So what Neptune is dissolving, it dissolves our roots. It weakens the bonds between us, and what is left, Saturn comes along and gives it form. And so it's going to be very jarring. It's going to be this mix of melting. I'm looking at a bunch of snow. There's going to be a bunch of kind of melting our roots, our home, but also dissolving some of that, but also hard work doing something about it and solidifying changes. So that's why you need to know this, because that IC, immancelli, it's very important. It's called one of the angles, or 4 angles. North, the midheaven, IC, ascendant, descendant. They're kind of like magnifying glasses. They're very, very important. So you need to know this. I don't have Trump's chart handy, but my understanding, where does he have? And the reason I'm bringing it up is because I want to say that he's having some health issues that we may not know about now, but we are likely to find out about certainly by the end of March. I'll have to pull that together tomorrow, but we'll talk about that, how this is going to affect dumpster fire, because these are outer planets. They move slowly, and so when they change signs, when they do stuff, you really feel it. So Lewis says his chart, strangely enough, is a McDonald's menu. Oh, something happened. Oh, Annie, I'm so sorry. So, we've got a lot to cover, so let's jump in. But I wanted you to know what's going on, and that's why I've got the red and I am a longtime viewers know I am a Scorpio, 940, and being a Scorpio, even I'm the private detectives of the zodiac, digging down into the muck. Scorpio used to be ruled by Mars. So Mars ruled both Aries and Scorpio. And so that martial energy, it's like, yeah, it's not it's Scorpio for Scorpios. It's not our favorite, but we get it. We get it. Yeah. All right. Well, which is today you're part of the painting. Thank you. All right. So TJ is asking, why is Scorpio not ruled by Mars now? Because we discovered Pluto. The later signs in the zodiac used to be ruled by inner planets, because with your naked eye you can't see anything. You can't see anything beyond Saturn. So, yeah. Anyway, so as we discovered outer planets, astrologers realized that they really did rule some of the later signs. So, all right, let's jump in. At 11:15. Oh, this is good to see. The dam is breaking. Following the horrific Minneapolis shootings, plural, several Democratic senators have come out against voting for an upcoming appropriations bill that provides additional funding to ICE. Senators including Catherine Cortez Masto, Jacky Rosen, I'm sorry, I don't remember how to say it, and Mark Warner would have likely voted for the bill before today. Now, the Department of Homeland Security is barreling toward a shutdown, a partial government shutdown, because Republicans do not have the votes. Oh, well, what did you expect? Will Congress finally take back control of the DHS? Please. Squeeble says Fetterman still says yes. Well, Fetterman is... Yes. Yes, Lewis. Popcorn. Deb says Trump's breaking news. Trump sidelines Kristi Noem, deploys Homan as Minneapolis crisis spirals out of control. I'm sorry. You're sending in the Nazi thumb? Really? Oh, Sharon, thank you so much. Thank you. Really helps. Man. But right now we're talking about ICE funding. DHS funding specifically. Lisa's asking, is it Christmas again? Mm-hmm. Aw, the emperor is all sidelined. Hermit. Oh, you can take Nazi Ferratu, your little pet Nazi Ferratu, dumpster fire, and the two of you can just go away. Hanged Man, suspension of their cruelty and awfulness. Resources, suspension of resources. Major Arcana. I think we're in the right area. 10 of Swords, because of the awfulness that has happened. 7 of Pentacles. There's a lot of money at stake. Queen of Cups. Democrats getting in the way. I'll take it. I like it. Let's do this. Whew. Mm-hmm. Wow. Arsenault, I applaud your use of language there. All right. Squeebles says, I bought this deck at Christmas. Oh, the Pulp Tarot? It's now my new favorite. Oh, I'm glad you like it. I think it's perfect for criminals. So I use it for this government. All right. Oh, user, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, 1520. Oh, this makes me happy. I mean, I'm not happy this is what it took, but more GOP leaders and mouthpieces from Maria Bartiromo to the NRA to Vermont Governor Phil Scott are speaking out. Will you allow me to read to you the short little statement by Republican Governor Phil Scott of Vermont, isn't it? Governor Phil Scott, Republican, put out this statement. Enough. It's not acceptable for American citizens to be killed by federal agents for exercising their God-given and constitutional rights to protest their government. At best, these federal immigration operations are a complete failure of coordination of acceptable public safety and law enforcement practices, training, and leadership. At worst, it is a deliberate federal intimidation and incitement of American citizens that's resulting in the murder of Americans. Again, enough is enough. The president should pause these operations. Pause? Okay. The president should pause these operations, de-escalate the situation, and reset the federal government's focus on truly criminal illegal immigrants. In the absence of presidential action, Congress and the courts must step up to restore constitutionality. I'll take it. Thank you. Louis says, I'm getting my ice skates. Hell hath officially frozen over. Yes. Now, the president should pause operation. Okay, get stuffed. But the rest of it, I'm with you. With you. Okay. Wow. So, word on the street is that the dumpster fire administration is getting ready to throw Kristi Noem under the bus and possibly not fight her impeachment. I can ask specifically about Noem, but we'll start there. We'll start with Kristi Noem. Oh, Melissa is saying Judge Leo ruled against dumpster fire's ballroom? Did that just happen? Oh, hello, Vixen. Oh, okay. Every single one of us is going to have a life review. Every one of us. Can you imagine what hers is going to look like? I couldn't live with myself if I did half of what she does, what she's done. Or any of the others, but Suzanne says Governor Scott may be a Republican, but Vermont is a very Democratic state. I live there. Well, good. But he still has an R at the end of his name, so that will give him some credibility with Republicans who aren't paying attention. So Yes and no. The card for the reading is, yeah, this is their cruelty and stupidity and awful, because we're not, there's so many more of us than them, and we don't do stuff like this. We have no interest in stuff like this. Now, big judgment, and Democrats having power, like not funding the DHS, potentially. Page of Pentacles. Oh, that's definitely cut down. Five of Wands, trying to stir more stuff up. King of Swords. That's the courts getting involved. Well, legislators to some extent, but it feels like the court's getting involved. She probably will be thrown under the bus because she's a woman, and if the funding, certainly if the funding doesn't go through. The thing is, though, you'll notice Trump doesn't really fire people the way he did in his first term. And by fire, I mean telling someone else to go do the hard work of firing someone while he sits around stuffing his face with grease. He doesn't do that. And one of the reasons, well, there are a couple of reasons. One of them is he has trouble finding replacements. But the other reason is because he kind of started to twig that it made his judgment look bad. You think? The best people. Cindy, yeah, we try not to talk like that here. Sorry. It's a daytime show. Little ears are around, little eyes are around. So, but is Speaker Mikey the heretic? Is he already talking about shutting down the House or something? So, no worries. Okay. Here's the thing, though. If he gets rid of Noem, her position is Senate confirmed, isn't it? Because are there enough Republicans? Will the Republicans all vote for Homan to take her place or something? Thank you, Wildflower. He already did, according to this morning. What? Thank you, Shannon. Traveling Tarot says he already did, according to Midas this morning. I'm sorry, did what? I get lost. That's true, Amy. He could appoint an acting director. Yeah. Because he has his little group, his little clan, if you will. Sun, Magician, Six of Cups, getting in the way. Nostalgia getting in the way. Democrats getting in the way. Oh, might close Congress? Traveling Tarot. Sent everyone home, says Canada Proud. Really? Do we know until when? That means if the Senate doesn't vote for the DHS funding, there's nobody around to work something out. They could be out of funding for a while. Valerie's here from Sage of the Scales Tarot. Do follow Sage of the Scales Tarot, who just said until the end of time. Oh dear. Shannon says the House was already out of session. Really? And Nita says this week, I think. Okay. Fawn says he is such a rat. Yes, he is. Dem says he shut it down because he's afraid of being ousted and to prevent the vote on his funding, on FHS funding. DHS funding? Well, they already did, because 7 Democrats voted for DHS funding. And now apparently they're trying to crawl back and say, we're sorry. Yeah, that's going to take more than just a whoopsies. Yeah. Debbie says Homan was put in his created position because he cannot be confirmed. Well, there we go. Yeah, there is that whole bribery talk. Oh, bribery accusations. Yeah. Hello, Brianna. So, okay. So, all right, this next thing is ridiculous. And I would like, as an American citizen, born and raised, I'd like to apologize to Canada. I'm sorry. We don't, seriously, there are more of us than there are of Trump and his ilk. And they're in power at the moment, but we have no problem with you. We think you're great. And you should be you. So I apologize. 27, according to Le Monde, the Trump administration and MAGA-linked figures are openly courting Alberta, Canada. Canada's oil-rich conservative province, as a geopolitical pressure point, praising it as a natural partner for the U.S. As a geopolitical pressure point for the U.S., while amplifying rhetoric around a nascent separatist movement seeking an independence referendum, a strategy seen as an effort to destabilize Canada rather than a realistic path to secession. Oh boy. We're sorry. We did not vote for him. Witches, please don't hate us all. Yes. Well, Flower Wind says, hit the thumbs up. Please do. And Canada Proud says, gag me. I can't stand our premiere. Okay. Whew. Oh, thank you, Maria. Thank you. All right, Alberta. This is a big dumb action by President Blunderdum. We've been partners. Partnership has worked fine. Knight of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. You do. I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. Partnership has worked fine, but and you do have some right wingers up there, but you're sitting pretty the way you are, and this is Dumpster Fire's legacy. And there's the sun. It's out in the open, but I'm not getting. Because, and here's the thing. Okay, Trump thought he was temporarily the president of Venezuela. And then he wanted Greenland. He couldn't have that. And he's not controlling Venezuela, actually. And so now he's going back to... He's like a toddler in a store where you have to try to walk down the middle of the aisle, because otherwise he's just reaching out and just grabbing. I'll take that. I'll take that. I want that. Crush that. I'll take that. Pathetic. Democrats, we're us Democrats and Democrats in our government. We're not good with this. And he will likely just walk away from this too. Chicken taco, always chickens out. There's a song, there's a video, there's a song on this channel. Chicken taco, always chickens out. Yes. Fruits of labor, hemmed in. These are not... yes, this is not taking over. These are not cards of taking over. Canada Proud says, I signed the petition to stay in Canada. If Alberta wants to stay... if Alberta doesn't want to stay, I'm finding somewhere else to live. I understand. So, okie dokie. All right, so Natalie had a question because TikTok now has a new owner, 3135. Does anyone know, thank you, Melissa. Is Barron still, is he actually on the board of TikTok? Last I heard they were putting Barron Trump on the board. Tell me again about Hunter Biden. Oh yeah, that's right. Hypocrites. There are a lot of creators who are moving to like YouTube, to shorts on YouTube. The thing is, though, I mean, it's once people get used to using a certain social media type thing, they built up followers, it kind of stings to have to go somewhere else. So, all right, I'm not seeing if anybody knows if Barron actually is. Oh, here we go. Amy says, thank you, Amy. Barron Trump tipped for top job at TikTok after dad tells users they owe him for saving the planet. Okay. Oh, okay. Nita said, just looked it up. He's not on it. Good. Good. Unfortunately, what this is saying is TikTok is going to start just going right wing the way that X did. At one time, it was a good time, and people could make money from it. And apparently now this is anecdotal. I don't have official numbers on this, but my understanding is that there was a time at which if you had enough followers, like there was one creator who was quite popular, who showed the way that they've changed the way you get paid. So she used to make about $4,000 a month making TikToks and doing the exact same thing. Suddenly she is literally making $400 a month. I have never made $4,000 a month on this channel, ever. Oh, that would be nice. Anyway, isolation, this kind of loud, aggressive, the modders, the owners, they're gonna just, they want it to go right wing. They're hoping it will make them money. But that's the thing. If TikTok really makes its money from people buying things in the TikTok shop, and if you don't have that, if it's all right wing, then all you can sell in the TikTok shop is Trump merch and gold and whatever colloidal silver thing Alex Jones is pushing. Oof. Lucky Girl says, FYI, millions of usernames and passwords leaked, affecting Gmail, Facebook, etc. Oh, man. Man. Silka says, Canadian here, never 51. Good. We like you just the way you are. So, Brenda says, Albertans signed a referendum to stay in Canada that got twice as many signatures as needed. Good. Good, good, good. Oh, is my live stream glitching? Wait, Nettie says Stephen Colbert is going to run against Lindsey Graham for his seat? Is that real? Tell me that's real. I didn't think he was going to go into politics. Hang on. Hang on. Move the microphone. Is Colbert against Lindsey? The rancid mint julep Lindsey Graham? Goodness gracious. Wouldn't that be a thing? No. What's happening is that there is a move-on petition urging Colbert to run for the U.S. Senate in 2026 against Lindsey Graham of South Carolina. After CBS confirmed the Late Show will end in 2026, friends are urging Colbert to run for the Senate. Sources say the comedian is paying attention and not dismissing it. So it's speculation and a grassroots push, not an actual candidacy. The declared Democratic candidates so far are Annie Andrews, a pediatrician and nominee for South Carolina's 1st congressional district, and Catherine Fleming Bruce, a Democratic activist, author, and candidate for U.S. Senate in 2022. Oh, well. It's worth a shot. I agree, Lisa, that would be pretty great. But I'm hoping he continues to do a show. And if he doesn't want to do it on CBS, that would be fine too. So, oh no. So a whole lot of passwords have leaked. All right. Well, I guess it's a good day to hang on. Let's have a quick look at 3841. Remember, this thing moved. I couldn't see what I was typing. Fewer passwords today. I remember one of the first tweets I ever put on Twitter was something about, yes, springtime, when a woman's thoughts turn to changing all of her passwords. All right. Should we be spending lots and lots of time changing our passwords? Ooh. Ooh. All right, this is aggressive, well, in this case, aggressive theft. Lucky Girl says, according to Wired, 149 million usernames and passwords exposed by unsecured database. Oh, wow. Yeah, these are the whoever took, they're not good people. No. This is bad. Very much us being on the defensive. There's justice in the middle, so they'll probably figure this out. But I've got a whole lot of being hemmed in and chariot. So it's not going to permanently destabilize the internet, but there could be some hiccups here and there. Good news, I think they're going to catch the people, for what it's worth. But I wouldn't see if you have a program that is, or an app, a program, an extension, something that where you save your passwords. Double check to see if it's one of the ones where you can. It will automatically go and update your passwords for you for certain things. Couldn't hurt. So, okay. So G Green had a question at 4130. Thank you so much for being here. So now that the world order is changing, it looks like the U.S. will no longer be the policeman of the world. How will the world handle its worldly problems? The U.S. should not be policing the world alone. That has been proven to be unhealthy for us as a nation, I would agree. Others need to step up and share the load, true. Bad as things are in the U.S. right now, with climate change here and coming faster, things will become more difficult. So what's going on with the? Because that's the other thing, is the more we step back from the world, the less influence we have. It's kind of like it's kind of like a lot of what our military or Navy do is actually protecting trade routes. So it may seem like it's a good thing if we pull back on everything, but yes and no. Depends on what exactly we're talking about. I'm not quite sure what's going on in the chat, but Dave says everything you say on the internet will be on record. Oh, yeah. Today is on my channel. This is video. The number's not here. Oh my gosh, hang on. Is tomorrow's number there? Okay, today is the 2619th video on my channel. Hi. I despise Donald Trump with every fiber of my being. I despise him with such intensity. There is a diamond forming somewhere in my body. He's the walking embodiment of all 7 deadly sins. Yeah, can't stand him. Never voted for him. Never would. He's a scumbag. On the record. Anyway. So it hurts us financially. The more we pull back. But you also have to understand the sheer amount of pressure that the military-industrial complex puts on Republicans, is putting on Trump and his ilk. And they still want to sell all their stuff. And for a long time, they've been selling their stuff to the military, yes, but also to local law enforcement. Yeah, militarization of local law enforcement. And if we're pulling in and we're not going out into the world, then Wheel of Fortune, the times they are changing. Okay, there is hope for better. Right now, this is Trump's base of power. There's money, big showy movement, but Democrats. So I'm not actually getting a whole lot here, just that when you start shifting power around, you got to be careful what you're still keeping an eye on. So there are unintended consequences, and I don't trust her dumpster fire in the Orange Fuhrer in the Oval Office to be able to work out the nuances of the best way to do that. That's what I get. Squeeble's just changed Facebook password. Excellent. All right. Okay, so moving on. Melissa, I'm happy to, I'm here to read on your questions. I'd be surprised. The question Melissa had was, will this administration go after the Second Amendment? Well, right now, of the groups who are very, very upset about what's been happening in Minneapolis, one of them is the NRA. Thank you. Cindy says, Trump and Fuhrer. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, no, but the NRA was always very, very supportive of the far right. There's your emperor. There's the country. Trump and his big ideas, his bludgeon. People hemmed in, happy Democratic families. They're trying to say that an open carry law in a state doesn't matter. And this is going to fracture the Republican base. Certainly put lots of cracks in that. But authoritarians, they don't want their people, they don't want the populace to be armed for obvious reasons. There are all kinds of restrictions on gun control in places like Russia, North Korea. Yeah. Okay, thank you, lucky girl. Other services with leaked passwords. This big long list. Thank you. So, oh yeah, Rose Blue. We were talking about that earlier. Republicans don't want to give up the money. Voters, we would like some sensible gun control. That would be awesome. That's a whole lot of pain, but money ultimately wins out because they're Republicans. That's what they do. Anyway. Okie dokie. So, Where was I? We're having to deal with Judge Cannon again. And it's never a good day when you have to deal with Judge Cannon. So, Attorney General Pam Bondi, these are two great tastes that do not taste great together. Attorney General Pam Bondi told Judge Cannon, really? She considers Jack Smith's classified documents report an internal DOJ deliberative memo that should not be released publicly. Will Cannon continue to play along? I think if that's the question, then it's not necessarily worth reading on because, yeah, she'll do anything for Trump. But will it stand? Because there are appeals courts, there are other courts, there are higher courts, there are, So, will we get to see Jack Smith's classified documents report at some point here? Because when Cannon decides that, oh no, it can't be released. If I'm sitting on the edge of my seat, it's because I was reaching for something. We need to vote for Democrats. He had to leave things unfinished. Nine of Wands, Chariot, Two of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Two of Wands. They don't have great arguments as to why all of this has to stay hidden, but there's no... They control the narrative. They control the situation right now. And there are a lot of things that even if Donald Trump just decided to leave office tomorrow, if he decided to go live on the moon, I mean, whatever, if he was just elsewhere tomorrow, there's still a lot of laws we need to put in place so that the things that Trump and his ilk have done cannot continue to be done, like the issue with the top secret documents, the emoluments clause. I mean, there's a list. So okay, hold on a second. Okay, so I've got like 6 minutes left, and I want to make sure. Hang on 1 second. And okay, Melissa had a question here, and I wanted to make sure I got to it because it gave me a thought. So Melissa was saying Trump had an interview today, excuse me, where he stated that in Venezuela, the military had used a secret pulse-type weapon, the one that had made Venezuelan forces violently ill. Trump has named it the discombobulator. He's such a marketing J for genius, isn't he? The discombobulator. Yeah. Melissa was wondering if this is something the military will use again. Again, that's kind of a forever question, and forever's a long time. So it's like, yeah, they will. My question is, is dumpster fire going to have the discombobulator used on American citizens? That's what I think we need to worry about. Yeah. Yep. Oh, look, it's a death card. Great. I know. The chat just went. Basically, if you'll allow me to paraphrase what's being said in the chat. Are you kidding me? That seems to be the general consensus. Oh gosh. So are they going to use the discombobulator on American citizens? Pansy the Pixie says pitiful. Yeah. There would be questions, I'll tell you that. Strangely enough, got the Star card, which is hopeful. Got the Nine of Wands, feeling beaten up. Moving of resources. There's dumpster fire the person doing underhanded work. Yes, but this is not major arcana. The hope is, the moving resources is, the result is not something that helps Trump. Yes, Grace. Moses Mike did just shut down the house, from what everyone's saying. Yeah. I'm not getting, like, we are concerned this would be the weapon, but King of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Nine of Pentacles sitting pretty. These are not catastrophic kind of cards, so fingers crossed, knock on wood. Yeah. Rob says probably inspired by Marvin the Martian. Yes, I will bore you with anytime somebody says something about Marvin the Martian, I will say it was the only Icon has cheeseburger meme I ever submitted. There was a cat kind of looking up, must have been a skylight or a high window or something. In the distance behind there was a stuffed Marvin the Martian, some kind of stuffed little doll figure. The cat's looking up like that, and I captioned it. Wow, it really did block your view of Venus. That was me. Ta-da! Okay. There. All right. We're going to get through this. The good news is that with the planets changing signs, thank you. With the planets changing signs, there is different energy, and different energy is opportunity. It's opportunity for things to come out. Again, I'm going to try to pull that Trump thing together for tomorrow, so I can show you, because what I was seeing was that Trump also has some health issues that are going to become. His health is going to get very foggy. But it's in, I want to say it's mid-March, it's late March, something like that. Anyway, when it's all suddenly becomes obvious. So all this fogginess coming from Neptune, Saturn is going to come along. So must be, it's mid. Like I said, I need to pull it all together. I have so many. I don't remember things very well because I have so many plates spinning and so many dates running around in my head. But I'll bring that tomorrow, and we'll know what dates to keep an eye out for. So, all right. So, Lewis, has people been saying that forever? I'm losing hope. Oh, no. We're gonna make it through. We're gonna make it through. All right. So it's 1:14. It's 1:14 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. Sarah will be there too. It's always great. Links in the description. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. And Saturday night is the end of the month, last Saturday of the month. So it's going to be Patreon Social. You can link in the description to Patreon. So you can, if you sign up, it's not expensive. That you can come on screen with me. I can have up to 9 people on screen with me, and if there are too many, I can swap them out. But there's always space. But you can come on screen and you can put faces to names, people you see in the chat all the time, or you can just hang out in the chat yourself, whatever works. But that's Saturday night from 7 to about 8:30 p.m. Central Time. So that's the Patreon Social, last Saturday of every month. But I will be here tomorrow, as always, because you're not alone. We're in this together, and there are good days ahead. So hang in there, all right? And as always, I'll see you later. Okay.